در برابر تریبون حکومت هویداست. در پایان این فیلم کم نظیر، زنان در حرکتی شبیه به رژه از مقابل بانوی حکومتی عبور می کنند و هر کدام بخشی از افکار جامعه را درباره او و همفکرانش بر زبان می آورند. عجیب ترین و تکان دهنده ترین قسمت این ویدیو لحظاتی است که یکی از زنان برمیگردد و به زن مبلغ حجاب میگوید من جای شماها بودم این دم آخری اینقدر زبان درازی نمی‌کردم.
Okay, so this is good because this one actually has the English translations under it. Thank you to Choshanbay Safid from Masih Ali Najat who translated this for us. So this is good. Okay, so this is on a train in Iran, and there's a whole bunch of young girls on this train, and there's this other more religious woman on the train, and she's like being very aggressive and attacking them for not properly wearing their hijab, right? So what is she saying? She's saying it is your duty to wear the hijab. And the younger girls in the train and the cabin are telling her, you cannot decide what my duty is. And she's saying this is a public place, you have to obey the hijab law. Oh, she's saying this is a woman's wagon. Like, oh yeah, oh my God, the train actually has a men's section and a women's section. They're like, bitch, we're in the women's wagon. There's no men here. Why do we even have to wear the hijab? Actually, I didn't even know this was like, yeah. Oh, so somebody is recording her and she's saying like, okay, fine, go record it and publish it somewhere. It's okay. I don't care. I'm not butthurt. I'm not upset. I'm only yelling at you because I'm not upset at all. Look at me not being upset at all. Go. She's saying go and record it and send it to that little girl. That girl. She's talking about Masih Ali Najat. She's like, they know where they're gonna end up. They know that these videos that are being recorded of them, they know it's going to end up in Masih Ali Najat's. They all know it. Send it to her. She will encourage you. Send it to Masih. Oh, yep. There you go. Name. Say her name, right? Don't just say that girl. Say she didn't say woman. She said girl. Okay. Yeah. Mention her name. This is good for her. Like, thank you for recognizing who is destroying all your ideology in Iran. Who are all these young girls? Let everybody know who they look up to. They don't look up to you. They don't look up to your government. They look up to Masih Ali Najat, and you recognize that because you say her name. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, go publish it for Masih Ali Najat. That's right. I know who you guys are. I know who you liberal types are loyal to. Oh, and now she's saying you are a traitor to your homeland. She's like saying, you people who don't wear the hijab and record me and send these videos to Masih Ali Najat, you are a traitor to your homeland. Oh yeah, because of this video that you're recording, you who record a video, you are a traitor to your country. You are a traitor to your homeland. Oh, she said, oh my God. She's saying if it wasn't because of people like you, our country wouldn't be in such a situation like now. Our country would have been in a better shape. Really, really. The country's economic collapse right now in Iran is because of women who don't wear their hijab and record like arrogant people like you and send it and embarrass you online. That's why the country is collapsing. Sure. Yeah, the guy is saying name drop. Exactly. Hey, Masih Ali Najat, you know you're doing something wrong when you're right. When people who are doing something wrong like this mention you every time they're being recorded, right? You know Masih Ali Najat is making a difference where people know exactly where who is responsible for all these activism in Iran. Yeah. I just like saying my name, Walter. But yeah. Masih Ali Najat should come here, like right after here. It should cut scene to Masih Ali Najat, and she should be like, "Say my name," and then she's like, "You're goddamn right." No, right before it, she should be. Oh no, when she said like, "You're gonna send that to that girl," it should cut to Masih Ali Najat, and Masih Ali Najat should be like, "Say my name," And then when she does, then cuts back to her, this conservative woman, and when she says Masih Alinejad, and it cuts back to Masih, and she says like, "You're goddamn right." This should be a meme. This should be a meme. Somebody tell Masih Alinejad to make this meme. Come on, make it happen. Make it happen. You're a traitor to your own land. She will give you a reward. Oh, like, yeah, these people think like Masih Alinejad like pays these girls to do stuff like this. That's what she thinks. They in Iran, a lot of people, when they don't like somebody's activism, and this unfortunately happens from all sides, like from people from my side, like people who are anti-regime or for regime. Every time somebody disagrees with you, there's going to be accusations of you're being paid. You're like you're like a shill, or like you're like for example, if I ever, there's so many examples, right? So she's accusing them of getting paid by Masih Alinejad. Yeah, you're right. Actually, if we can't get Masih Alinejad to do this, because she's unreachable now because of how popular she is, right? Maybe we could just put Walter White's audio on top of Masih Alinejad's face and just like get the Walter White reference, the audio. We don't need, that's good. We could do that. You're right. Somebody saying send this to AR video editor. Yeah, we should do that. No, thank you. Thank you for your support. That's very sweet. Thank you. Yes, she's like, go get it. Go get your reward. See where she stands. You will be there. Like, she's doing fine, actually. I don't understand this. Do you understand? Like say, see where she got, like, they're acting like she got into somewhere horrible. She's fine. Saying, I only let men see. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's so many jokes I can make right now that I have to hold back. Okay. So I'm not gonna. But she's saying, I let men see my body as much as I want them to see. Oh my God. I'm not gonna make the jokes. I'm not gonna make the jokes. I'm not gonna let men see what they want to see. I'm gonna let men see what I want them to see. Okay, so this is what she's like. She's calling them like immodest. She's like, men will lust after you and they will get out of you. They will get their reward by seeing your hair. But guys, we're talking about hair here, okay? We're not talking about naked pictures or girls in shorts or booties or boobs or bobs and vagines. We're not talking about any of that, okay? We're talking about hair. And he's like, basically, you're giving men what they want. They're just going to see and they're just going to lust after you and they're just going to enjoy. You have no control over what men enjoy from you. She's saying, I have control over that. Men only get to see what I decide. I mean, I don't understand. Technically, these women are also saying, even if somebody's completely nude, I don't know, on OnlyFans, they're also only letting what they want men to see. They just want men to see more. Aren't they also in control of what men get to see? Actually, she's completely. This is completely backwards. This is completely backwards. Okay, because in Iran, you don't actually get to decide how much others get to see. The government mandates that. Okay, in a country like United States, if you cover up in hijab, then you are not letting others see what you don't want them to see. And if you're completely nude, then you're also letting people see what you want them to see. It's not like it's forced. Like, it's not like if you're nude, you're being forced to be nude. You're deciding that, hey, here, enjoy more of me. Okay. So she's saying, like, she's acting like she's in control, and these women who are more liberal are not. But that's not true at all. You're actually not in control. It's not like, it's actually, this is mandated by law. You're like, I let men see my body as much as I want them to see. not what they want to see, not free to see anything they want. Look how full of herself she is. She thinks like she's so much better than them. She thinks like I am superior. Basically, what she's saying is like I am morally superior to you because I have control. I have control over my body. I don't show as much to men as you are, basically. Oh, so the other girls are saying, the younger women, I should say women, are saying to her, you should spend your energy on corruption. She's saying like, why are you like, basically there's so much, basically they're highlighting the fact that there's so much corruption in Iran and you're basically obsessed over our hair. So these are the younger women and the so they all basically start abandoning the cabin. They're moving to somewhere else so that they can't be abused by this this arrogant woman. Wait. Okay, so while they're moving out, so this is the interesting part. While they're leaving the cabin to go to somewhere where this lady is not there, they keep like saying it, like they're in a line and they're leaving, and each one of them like says something to her as they leave. Oh, so this part wasn't translated. She's like, this shows that you personally haven't been tarbiyat shakhsi, like you haven't been raised right, something like that. She said the conservative woman is telling to the more liberal woman, younger woman, she's saying that you don't have a good moral compass, something like that. Oh, you are not polite. Oh, this one. She's responding back to her. She's saying like, so they're translating the tarbiyat as polite. I don't think that's a good translation. Tarbiyat, I think, would be a better translation would be moral compass. She's basically, the conservative woman is telling these younger women, the liberal woman, she's saying like, you don't have a good moral compass, and she's responding back and saying, we saw how your moral compass is meddling in other people's affairs. So they're saying polite. I don't think moral training. Yes, your personal tarbiyat shakhsi would be personal moral training. I would think moral compass would be a good way to refer to it. And she said, we saw your moral compass. You basically, it involves you meddling in other people's affairs. I mean, technically in Islam, this meddling in other people's affairs is mandated. You're supposed to do amr bil ma'ruf and nahy anil munkar. Is mandated in the Quran itself. Okay, so like I told you, every single one of these women is, as they live in the cabin, they're saying something to this conservative woman. So the next one is saying, "Aren't you?" So it says, "Be ashamed," but the actual translation is like, "Aren't you ashamed? Aren't you ashamed? Like, leave people alone. How much longer do you intend to plunder?" Okay. This is such an important part of the text, part of what the younger women are saying, because it doesn't make any sense why they would say this to her. Okay, let me interpret this for you. Okay, let me provide you some context. Okay, because one of these younger ladies is saying, how much longer do you intend to plunder? Why would she say that? Like, they don't know who this woman is. Plunder what? Okay, so the way you have to look at it is that in the mindset of the people there, the society is divided in mostly, this is a simplified version of it, but people see that as you're either pro-Islamic Republic or anti-Islamic Republic. Okay, so obviously a conservative woman that is telling all these younger women to cover up, they see her as part of the Islamic Republic just because of her because she's conservative and she's meddling in their lives and she's telling them that they're betraying the country. So from a perspective of a liberal younger generation, somebody who acts like this is an extension of the government, of the regime itself. Okay, so they're telling her, how much longer do you intend to plunder? Like, as you know, treating her like as part of the Islamic Republic. Qasim, is that a good interpretation? Like, correct me if I'm wrong about this interpretation. Oh, a music guy saying never heard it in that context. Well, that's what I'm here for. Let's see if Qasim agrees with me in the way I said it. So you're saying we plunder, and like, yes, you. Oh, so the conservative. Oh, Qasim is agreeing with me. Okay, so Qasim, yeah, Qasim, let me know if I tell people how much in touch. Okay, I don't know what I can say. Yeah, so, and the conservative woman is like, we plunder, and the younger women are saying, yes, you. By the way, I'm trying to not to say girls, because last time I referred to young women as girls, people got really offended. Okay, younger women, I'm saying younger women, not girls. Oh, Mariam is also here. Oh, there we go. We have, but I'm assuming to be a Persian woman. So now, not only is my interpretation is not more is authentic, not just because I'm getting confirmation from Iran, but also from women in Iran. Mariam, are you Iranian? All right, so yeah, there we go. Got it. I knew it. I could tell. Okay, so the conservative woman. I like how these words are becoming such a topic, and are not becoming, are such a big topic in Iran. She's like, the conservative woman is telling them, do you even know what secular means? So basically, I don't know, it was cut here, because why all of a sudden secular became a word here? Like, why is that why did secular became a part of the conversation, right? Why did secular? So I don't see exactly what happened. Look at this. So there was something happened that all of a sudden the word secular became part of the conversation. Why did that become part of a conversation? It wouldn't be part of the conversation unless I think these younger women start talking about it. And that gives me so much hope, right? Because all of a sudden they're talking about secularism. So this is beyond, like, this is beyond just young people wanting to live their lives, right? This is like, what I like about the younger generation in Iran is that they're not just like saying like, hey, live our lives, we want to party, we want to have fun. They have some theory. They back it up with some political theory. Like, they bring up secularism, freedom of speech, and rights into the conversation. Like, these people want to have fun, but they back it up with some intelligent conversation. And I also don't, makes me really like, it's really good that you can see that level of maturity in the discussions. But I also wonder who's like, it's not one of the young women who are recording this, because the angle of the recording is coming from somebody who is sitting next to the conservative woman. So she's not one of these liberal girls. She's like she seems to be with the conservative woman. I don't know if this is true or not, but how has this been edited? Like, did one of the conservatives put this out as if they were in the right? And if so, has a lot of the good parts been cut out? Because, for example, where is the part that all of a sudden secularism became part of the conversation? And if that is the case, imagine how much better the actual conversation was if the good parts have been cut out. Like, if the conservatives put this out thinking that they were in the right, look how bad they look, even if, like, I don't know who put this out, because the angle makes it seem like it wasn't one of the people who are on the liberal side. She's like, yes. Oh. Okay, so this other woman who doesn't even have her hijab on, she says people should learn to tolerate each other. So the conservative woman is saying, do you even know what secular means that you're saying this? So I'm actually giving you a better translation than what's on the video. And the younger woman is saying, yes, I do. Yes, I do know. She's saying, I am secular. So the younger woman is saying, I am secular. So the conservative woman is saying, well, if you do know, then come and lecture us, like come and give us an explanation about secularism. So this other woman is saying you shouldn't be this rude. So there's another liberal woman that is telling the conservative woman that you're being so rude. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the most interesting part. Okay, says dam akhariye. Okay, so these are subtle lines that gives you a broader understanding of the current mindset that is prevalent in Iran. Okay. Okay, so the translation is not very accurate. She's saying, the lady in red, this translation is not very accurate. The lady in red is saying that if I were you, I wouldn't be moving my tongue this close to the end of the game. Is that a good translation, Qassem? If I were you, I wouldn't be moving my tongue so much this close to the end. This close to the end, okay? So what does she mean? What does she mean? Like non-Iranians in the live chat, do you know what that means? If I were you, this close to I wouldn't be moving my tongue so much this close to the end. Do you understand what she's referring to? Okay. Close enough. Qassem is saying my translation is close enough. Somebody saying, Alu is saying, what is the public reaction to videos like this in Iran? Are people like supportive to women who don't want to wear hijab? So Alu, like, it's very polar, right? So the people are either very supportive of this or condemning of this, but each camp would suggest that their side is bigger, right? However, based on what I have seen, based on stats and everything, my interpretation is that the people in Iran who would be supportive of the liberal woman would be a lot higher than the people who would be supportive of the conservative woman. I might be biased because I'm secular, I'm liberal, but I try not to be biased. But based on everything I've seen, based on stats, based on opinion polls, anonymous opinion polls, to me, it seems like it's much heavily in favor, like most Iranians would be in favor of these liberal types. Again, but that doesn't mean that the other side doesn't have millions of supporters. The other side also has millions of supporters, but it's heavily favored in one side. Okay, so people are saying the end of what? The end of what? Yes, the end of Iran's Islamic Republic. Okay, so the current mindset that I would think it's a bit too optimistic, but many anti-regime people in Iran look at how much the regime is hated, and they can't fathom that a regime with this level of unpopularity, based on their view, based on how they're seeing it, would be able to stand, right? And one unfortunate part of this is that many liberals think like we will take our revenge once the regime falls. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what kind of revenge they have in mind. Okay, many people are not clear about this, but there's they assume, the assumption is that there will be a reckoning. Okay, and all of the people who made the lives of these liberals miserable in Iran, they will be accountable, and there will be payback time, right? And they would have to be answerable to the people whose lives were ruined. That is the understanding. Okay. Again, I'm not saying that is like I think that is I think a lot of these people who are on my side, on the anti-regime side, they're a little bit. I mean, obviously everything is possible. The regime could fall, but they're a little bit too certain about how likely this is, right? Because I don't think they understand that much weaker regimes than the Islamic Republic of Iran has been able to maintain power with very low levels of popularity. Okay, so again, I'm not saying it's not going to fall, but I'm just saying that they're a little bit too certain about it. Okay, so this woman seems to me that she's a little bit one of those people that is bad, that is kind of certain, like they they, they kind of take it as a given that the regime is going to fall any day now, any day now. It has turned into like a, you know, apocalyptic mindset, you know what I mean, like end of day, like we will have our time, you know. It's a little bit wishful thinking in my opinion. Let me, Mariam Ghassan, what do you think? Like, do you think like I'm correct that I think that a lot of these people are exaggerating how likely it is for the regime to fall? Okay, so listen, Muhammad is also saying, meaning you are going down with the Islamic Republic. Yes. So she's saying, so basically, this woman in red, she's kind of suggesting, like, maybe you should shut up because we're taking notes. And we're taking notes, and maybe you wouldn't want to be one of those people who were abusing us before things shift, before the tables turn, right? Because they're like, you guys, basically, you minority religious people, you have the high ground now, you're on the top, but soon we will be on the top, and you don't want to be one of those people that we remember as the ones who abused us. Basically, that's what she's suggesting. So basically, that's what she's saying when she's saying that I wouldn't, if I were you, I wouldn't be moving my tongue so much this close to the end. Like we're right about there. That's what she's suggesting. Okay, here Mariam is also translating this. It's good that we have a lot of Persians in live chat. So if my translation is not accurate, you can see other interpretations. Mariam is saying her translation is, "If I were you, wouldn't be impolite to liberal people because your end is close." Okay, so that's Mariam's translation. I wouldn't have to, okay, and this is Qasim's translation. Qasim's translation, it says, I wouldn't have talked as much as you in last moments of my position in power. So yeah, again, it's very interesting that that for people who are not Iranian to see that somebody who's conservative, who's telling people to cover up, they see it just as an extension as of the regime. Like they're talking to her as if she is the Islamic Republic, as if she is the regime, and she's not denying it. Like the other conservative woman, she sees herself as part of that whole system. Yes, the end of the Islamic Republic. Yes. AJ is saying sounds like the Islamic version, the non-Islamic version of "You'll regret it when you meet God." Yeah, kind of like judgment. Yes, this is what something that I a little bit judgmental about people on my camp. This sounds kind of like Judgment Day is coming, and you will regret it. You know what I mean? There will be, you know. I mean, I don't blame them though, like because these people's life, they want to live their lives, right? You know, one way religious people cope with atheists or not anti-religious people who offend them and they can't do anything about it. One day they cope is like they're gonna burn in hell. I'm gonna when they're burning in hell, I'm gonna look up from my position in heaven. I'm gonna look like I told you so. They're gonna burn. Okay, it's okay. Today I'm angry, but at least I could ease my mind knowing that they will pay the price. Okay, so this is not as bad because they're not wishing like eternal torture on anybody. Like but it's kind of like coping a little bit but I can relate to that more because it's not like somebody's offending them. It's more like you are ruining our lives, right? And so one way to cope with that is to just hope for a day where they are the ones under and you are the ones on top, like something like that. I don't endorse that, by the way. I'm hoping for an Iran that everybody is happy at some point, including the religious people, right? That's what I hope for. I don't want to I'm not hoping for an Iran where every single religious people now they're living miserable lives because it's your turn now. Like, no, that's not what I'm hoping for, right? Is this a troll or is this a real Muslim? We have, I don't know if this is, I can't tell anymore. Somebody saying, SubhanAllah, Islam is the fastest growing religion. People are realizing the truth about our universe, brothers. I invite you all to the religion of peace. Okay, well, we invite you to leaving Islam. So thank you for your invitation, and we will reject that. Say no and humbly invite you to leave Islam, because actually what is actually happening, and more people are leaving Islam more than ever before. So there's that. Mariam is saying now it's complicated. I guess the Islamic Republic has a couple of more years. So Mariam is in the camp of people who think like that the collapse of the Islamic Republic is inevitable. But I don't think. I think it could last more than our lifetimes. Like I don't. Yeah. And Mariam is also giving out a shout out to atheist Iranians. Yes, shout out to the. No, I don't like shout out to the Persians because it's like race essentialist. I don't want to get. Yeah, I think like atheist Iranians is a better shout out. A reckoning describe it well. Yeah, it describes it well. Okay, let's see. He's a troll. Yeah, I can't tell. I can't tell. He's a troll. I mean, he was being a very anti-Semitic. Wait, that's not a troll. That means he's real. That's not a. No, that means it's real. That means if it's because that means that he's actually. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna. All right, let's continue. All right, so that was good.
Hey guys, if you want to join these streams live, get your comments and questions read by Ali and Armin and the guests, and most importantly, to get full access to the full video versions of all these episodes, become a patron. Link in the description below.